Whether you're a Warzone player, multiplayer, or a zombies nerd, you're gonna love the Season 3 update because we get a return of Rebirth Island. We get 6 core 6v6 maps in multiplayer, new zombie story missions, and a Dark Aether Rift explorations. It's gonna be in season, but you can look forward to 4 new weapons and 8 aftermarket parts. And if you guys like the cosmetics, you like the cross-world collabs, you're gonna get Snoop Dogg, Cheech and Chong, Godzilla, King Kong, and so much more. I can't wait to break that all down for you. But first, before we get any further into this video, make sure you pick up this free blueprint. It is on March 10th, celebration of an incredible 4-year anniversary. Log in on Modern Warfare 3 or Warzone on April 3rd to receive a free gift, a selection of 12 stickers designed by Ravensoft and a well-traveled MCW blueprint. I think this is kind of cool. I like things like this, especially when it's just like it's something free. And if you've been around through all 4 years of Call of Duty, you're gonna notice all these stickers, whether it be the Rebirth Island, the Vondel sticker, the Urkistan Railroad when they added the train system, Fortune's Keep, Palace with inside action Urkistan. We got Oasis, Bazaar, Caldera, the freaking Mountain Point. So they really know about Caldera and its shores. The Gulag with the 1v1. I mean, this is just so cool. They got Soccer Stadium and they got the dam known as Gora. I mean, it's all here on the gun. I like this stuff. I think this is a nice tip of the hat. But if we just look at the roadmap, just right off the ripskis, we can see that the big thing that they are focusing on, the first thing that your eyes are drawn to is Call of Duty Warzone, Resurgence, Rebirth Island, hashtag Rebirth Day. That is the big thing that we're going for, or they're pushing. And we know with modes and contract, we could see right here that ranked play is going to be Resurgence. It's going to be on the Rebirth Island map. Personally, I love that. And I know a large portion of COD players are also going to love that. But I also know that people want a large map ranked play. And personally, I think there should probably be 2 ranked plays. There should be a ranked play for Big Map and a ranked play for Resurgence. But don't worry, if you're like, I don't care about that, Elrod, I just want to play Resurgence and Rebirth Island, I'm there with you. Not only do we get to grind for ranked play, but we also get a Champion's Quest to grind out, as well as new contracts like spy drones. I thought that said supply drones, but no, spy drones. I wonder what that's going to be all about. Next up with features, we got a Battle Royale. We got on Rebirth Island, we got a new biometric scanner. On Rebirth Island, we got new smart displays. I wonder what that's going to be about. I wonder if that's like in prison. If you're in like a security room, if you could watch a team running through the bottom or tops or roof of prison. That's actually kind of cool to think about. On Rebirth Island, we get a new field upgrade. It's called Squad Rage. I guess this is like an AoE buff. This is actually kind of cool. With a new game mode, it's going to be variable time delay. We'll get more into this later, but we're at some point in time down the road, we're going to be able to play Rebirth Island at dawn, at dusk, and at night. Kind of cool. In season, we're going to see a returning weapon trade station. I'm going to be interested to see that because I don't remember it. We got the specialist perk package coming back. That's fantastic. I love this. And then lastly, we got a new kill streak. It is going to be Foresight. If you guys remember this, Foresight's when you get it, you complete it, you could see where the final circle is going to be. Now, if you're like multiplayer, we get those 6 new maps. We got Emergency, we got 6 Star, which honestly, this kind of looks like a Raid 2.0. I'm hoping that this becomes a competitive map. We got Grime, we got Tanked, which I also hope is a competitive map. I wonder if this is actually going to be on Fortune's Keep, if this is going to be bottom of Zoo. That's what the vibe it gives me. We got Grow House, which kind of reminds me of like a throwback to another map that we had that I drawn a blank on in an old Modern Warfare 2. And then lastly, we got Checkpoint. And this reminds me of something from Modern Warfare 2019. I can't remember, but maybe some of these maps are kind of honors the old one, but at the end of the day, I want to see these come into ranked play. I like the ranked play. I like competitive game modes, and I don't like seeing competitive game modes being so restrictive, at least in terms of maps. With guns and lethal, I totally get that. But in terms of maps, I need more maps, man. I don't want to play just the same 4 maps all year, especially when we're getting 6 new maps, solid ones even. And we got the 2 new ones added this past week that actually go out of rotation by this Friday. It's Wednesday as we're recording this video, so make sure you get in, you try it out. We're getting some new game modes. Look at this. This is legitimately my favorite game mode of any competitive or just any FPS shooter. Capture the Flag is my shit. Maybe it's because I was at paintball, and if you don't know, now you know. I was pretty good at paintball, and paintball all has this capture the flag element to it. So I can't wait for that game mode to come in, and I swear to God, please let it replace Control, or let it just once more be an addition to the ranked gameplay. And more stuff like One in the Chamber, Minefield, and Escort. Escort and Capture the Flag, I personally am the most excited for. These two, not so much. And Modern War Zone, or MWZ, all the zombies. We're getting new story missions, Dark Ether Rips, new baddie it looks like, a new classified schematic. Very interesting. With new weapons, the Horus, the Moors, the Gladiator, which honest to God just looks like a really sharp butt plug. And then lastly, the Bullpup Bal 27. I cannot wait for this. And then within the Battle Pass, it looks like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is going to be earnable in the Battle Pass. That's kind of cool. And it looks like this guy called Stasis is going to be the Black Cell bundle. We'll see more down below. But so much of this season just looks fire. We got Godzilla, Scar, Shimo, which this is going to be a white elemental skin. I already have it on my Twitter. I'll probably throw it at the end of the video. On 420, we get Cheech and Chong, baby. If you know, I mean, that's not even if you know, it's just 420, baby. Let's go. With the blaze up of it, I mean, Call of Duty knows their demographic and what we're all about. But truthfully, I like this season, and I know that this is that time of the year where Call of Duty feels like it's just getting a little slow when we're waiting for the season update. But this season, truthfully, looks like it's giving us so much. With these 6 new core map, with new stuff in Warzone, with a new ranked mode, I am just looking very much forward to this upcoming season. And hell, if you want to play some games with me, I would love to play games with anybody who watches these videos with me and hangs out with me and during this. Like I said, I want to grow a community where we're genuine and we're connected with each other, we keep each other accountable, and at the end of the day, we're here to have some fun. We're not trying to take ourselves too freaking seriously. Now, if I can, we'll slow down on here. Players that can earn Modern Warfare 3 ranked play rewards. You know that this is what I want to see. We get ranked play rewards, season rewards, and end of season rewards. It looks like this season we can look to see, what is this, an MTZ, or is, I don't know what type of blueprint this is, but with 10 wins you get one. At 100 wins you get this kind of cool looking rival blueprint. But I would like to see these rewards become more animated. I don't like these operators, to be honest, this season. It kind of underwhelm me, but at the end of the day, I'm glad we get a ranked play, and I'm glad we have a ranked play reward system. And if you're the #1 ranked player in the game, I mean, this is just, you get an animated stuff. I mean, the top 250 you get the animated rewards, but I think if you're gonna get anything from here, it should have a little animation or a little reaction whenever you get some kills. Now, returning to Rebirth Island, point of interest, the intel, the scoop behind it. First up, we're going to talk about bioweapons. One of the bona fide hot drops, this 3-floor brick and steel building easily is spotted on its coastal corner along the northern edge of the island. While much of the structure has been left to rust or decay over decades, the Kony Group has thoroughly modernized the 3rd floor. So imagine the 1st and 2nd floor are going to be rusty, but 3rd floor is going to look like, you know, the freaking lavatory that is just modernized, I suppose. The same cannot be said about the atrocious basement and the showers that remains as the office floor building within. A great place as seen on the roof, accessible. See, what I'm curious is industry. Look at this. Okay, perfect, because I know this is not the original color. The overview in the exterior, this low-lying structure nestled below the helipad plateau has received more than a new coat of red and white paint, but the flanking alley between those two areas is still a good place to take cover, and there are plenty of doors and breakable windows allowing you to access the main 2-floor interior and head southeast to the bridge connecting the road close to the prison. Man, this is nice and bright in here. I really like the redesign of this. To be honest, I like it. I like it. With the interior of this giant storage structure has been cleaned up and will feature a white polished floor and impressively enhanced visibility when checking out the dark corners and crate stacks within. That's exactly what I was saying, just looking at the pictures before even reading it. Now, up top with the hilltop and the helipad, we all know this glorious spot. This is the adjacent spot to the long industry building that is raised to the plateau. Featuring a helipad and several sheds, one of them is accessible with several windows providing views over the industry rooftop, and if you're not spotted on this or exposed to the grassy knoll, this may be a good pivot point along the way as it's adjacent to the water tower and major landmarks like prison. Now, if we could look at Kim, I used to call this, oh no, this is Kim. I was getting this confused with Nova. Kim also looks super different. I like that they modernized this map and it kind of brought it up to speed with today's day and age. I'm loving everything. I'm picking up what they're putting down. Smokestack and factory. One of the few POIs to receive a complete retrofit, this area has been painted in an orange and white and easily identified by the smokestacks rising from its roof. From the roadside to the rocky shoreline, there are numerous entry points, and the lower exterior ground level below the road offers a tunnel to the industry as protection. Investigate the zip line. There's a new zip line here. I like this. As access as it ascends before you to into the main L-shaped factory floor, featuring huge chemical tanks and a row of chemical or control systems, as well as smaller rooms that link to the adjacent building. Okay, this looks exactly the same, just nice and bright. I'm loving how bright everything looks right now. Building number 7. Through both structures are numbered number 7. The pitched roof and visible sign to the storage and security building is a major draw for players looking to stock up on supplies and engage in combat across multiple floors. The upper levels are accessible by roadside ramps or lower unloading area that is fully open to the elements. As we will further unwrap the walkway along the shoreline, the upper floors, which include server rooms and security offices, also provide a ladder to a sloped roof, as well as commanding views across harbor, hilltop, industry, and bioweapons. And this is what they were talking about with Doc, or is this Kim? Interesting. Okay, Doc. Once more, before I get into this and read, we could already see that there's going to be a tunnel of water. We saw this in the trailer. But when you jump into the water now, you're not going to instant die like we've done in the past iterations of Alcatraz, Rebirth, wherever you've been on this map. So now, since swimming is now a part of Warzone, they had to add some type of swimming routes, which I'm not upset about. So, sewage treatment, power room, and lookout. Cool. I call it point, but lookout works as well. This POI stretches along the northern shoreline of the map, beginning with the sewage treatment plant connected to industry and adjacent to the power room number 4. Jutting out on an elevated concrete structure, rust and cat walls connect these areas. They're both open on a bunker door and submerged pipeline leading into a completely waterlogged bunker and likely secrets to those lost waves. So I bet you got to go in here and there's going to be an Easter egg in here. I'm calling it now. So first game's in, go to Doc, find the Easter egg, clip it, send it to me. Thanks in advance. You guys rock. Now we got the freighter, which is further along the elongated dockside. Hey, yo. A large freighter is accessible for exploration. This is just the boat that's always been outside a port. The deck of the ship sets full view of the nearby gun emplacements, so watch out for foes attacking from that direction. Move down the ramp, use clusters of crates, supplies, take cover, blah, 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 blah. We got control center, which used to be construction site, and I like that they kept it as control center. This place gets mixy. Once construction site, man, called it. This piece of brutalist architecture features a main building connected to a smaller section via a covered breezeway and concrete exterior forehand. Behind the structure, you've got excellent vantage points to prison and outwards towards living quarters, and inside, even larger 2 buildings has tight interior spacing with several office floors, ideally in tax stands. Yeah, but I don't think anyone uses tax stands. Right in the dead-ass center of the action, everyone's favorite POI, the sprawling prison complex is the main draw for operators and the largest building on the map. This is numerous points of entry via paved walkway, staircase, ramps, and even a tunnel that comes up the grassy banks above the dock. But scattered ascenders and exterior ladders also provide direct access to the roof. The roof looks out across the entire island with a 360-degree view of your surroundings, though you're vulnerable to enemy fire. The central roof has rows of pitched skylight, which have several openings allowing you to drop into prison, as well as tram platforms that shuttle you back and forth into harbor. And you can see we have like just the nice classic pictures of prison, which I'm curious to see if I don't see any advanced monitors yet in any of these pictures. Now, the prison yard and the water tower. This imposing water tower is next to prison and serves as the island's main landmark and its phenomenal watch point. Climb the ladder to use to reach the top. The dirt yard below has tents, vehicles, and supplies with a wall that was sentry towers. This can be a preferred location to land some eliminations before dunking into cover and using zip line to whisk you into industry. So apparently there's another zip line that can be used. I'm hoping for more horizontal movement across different like rooftops. Like I'm seeing a zip line here. This may be that same zip line just from a different POI. Now we got warehouse and old office. The southern part of the harbor stretches between chemical engineering and factory, and the concrete shoreline provides quick traversal with several smaller buildings offering the chance to lose pursuers and find cover. The lower tram platform sits adjacent to factory and offers a ride up to the prison rooftop. Next to this red roof building with a covered tunnel-like service under its depleted frame, Man, why are they trying to use big words? We're COD players. We can't say words like that. You kidding me? Connect to a gray and white storage structure that kind of group seems to have forgotten about. And here at number 6, this is a whole new building. Please say that they're gonna address this. They got to, right? Towards Chemical Engineering is a brick warehouse and a newly constructed power station marked number 6. While the warehouse is mainly a defensive location, the power station with a black and orange exterior cladding has smaller monitoring office as the main turbine, which descends into the water-filled concrete pipe, which you can swim through and reach multiple exit points. Okay, so cool. So that you can almost like get into this building and dip out a couple of different ways. I like that. I like that. We got headquarters of Lighthouse. So let's break down Lighthouse first. So dominating the upper forecast on Rebirth or forecourt, of Rebirth Island between prison and the 3 main headquarter buildings is Lighthouse. This is a surveillance tower and a sniping point, as it offers one of the 2 highest vantage points across the opposing water tower. Expect high traffic and close combat as operators head for the structure. Use parachutes or the interior ladder from the main building to access this. This main HQ houses a kitchen, sitting room, study, library, and tight cluster of offices of floors. Yeah, let us know where the Easter eggs are in this. If we're gonna read this, give us a little hint. You know what I'm saying? Not to be confused with the Control Center POI, but the brown stone structure with the truck park outside offers excellent views surrounding this upper plateau. The explorable interior allows for cover and access to the roof. Next to that is a green roofed garrison, once offering a comfortable interior living space, but now is a place for vicious combat. It also houses some interesting chambers below its main structure. See, that's a little dot dot dot. Okay, some interesting chambers. So I'm sure below we're going to get probably some access to like water to be able to develop, especially if it's this close. Like maybe there is an Easter egg. See? Thank you, God. I feel like now I got a little Easter egg to go into. Lastly, we got factory and office. The clad in muddy white quarried metal, the factory is the largest feature on the southwestern shoreline. This commanding 3-floor building and basement comes with an exterior gantry overlooking the dock and harbor. Sorry. The ascenders offer rapid access to the rooftop. Inside are control rooms with a lower floor, mid-sized storage room with half filled with barrel and box. This is where you'll find large concrete tunnels with a hallway covering access from the end of factory. Toward Stronghold is a single level brick office with a pitched roof that has views across multiple docks. I mean, this is just nice and groovy. Living quarters. I appreciate one thing that I see, and I've said this probably multiple times now, is how bright this whole map or the Rebirth Island seems to be. New game mode is going to be Rebirth Resurgence. It's going to be at launch. Rebirth Island has a max player count of 44. But with that said, that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. If you guys appreciate it, you like it, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Share this video with a friend. That way you guys stay caught up in the loop. Sorry, my mouth is just getting tired of just blah, 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 blah. I feel like I've just talked so much in this video. I guess that's what you do on YouTube and in YouTube videos. You just got to talk. I appreciate you guys for listening to me ramble. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another one. Peace.